My name's David Letele, Senior, born here in Auckland, New Zealand. Mum and Dad Samoan, and it's nice to be here. I have much to be grateful for. First, I'm grateful to have God in my life. I'm grateful for my wife, who has been with me for many years now. Grateful for my children. Grateful for my grandchildren. And grateful just to be alive. What makes me happy is waking up each morning and being grateful. The idea that we're given another day to be blessed, and preferably that blessing be a blessing for someone else as well. We've got time, right? I'm just thinking. What am I afraid of? No, honestly, there isn't much I'm afraid of, to be honest. Having God in my life has helped a lot in regards to having strength in my life. If there is a small snippet of fear, that would be that I haven't fulfilled all the things that I wish to do whilst I'm walking on this planet. Bottom line, it's about serving people. Since turning my life around 15 years ago, it's all about service in our community, serving those that are less fortunate than ourselves, and basically having this feeling of, is someone living a better life because I live? Yeah. I think initially it was difficult. Difficult because it's a lifestyle that I led for some years. The difficulty also was what I could do in mainstream, enabling me to provide still for my family without having to continue to do the things that landed me in a lot of strife and trouble with the law. A lot of the work that I'm involved with today, an organisation founded by my late daughter and myself, the Grace Foundation, we basically assist and accommodate those that have been incarcerated for many years, those that are about to be incarcerated for whatever reason. So we run residential rehab, reintegration homes for both men and women, and that's my life's dedicated to that. And if there is anything I could, as I work with many gang members today that come through our homes, all I can do is walk and be the example for those that are either still in the gangs or about to consider it. And my narrative to them is to give them a snippet of what that life looks like. But the bottom line is the choice is theirs. We can just provide an opportunity. To be honest, the biggest scar, we do have a vision at Grace Foundation, and it's been a vision of mine for many years at the start of Grace Foundation, and that's to have, if I can just put it in a sentence, to have ex-cons serving cons, meaning those that have turned their lives around from the gangs, from crime, who have come out of jail, come out of the rehabs, and have turned their lives around. Those are the ones, that's my vision, those are the ones I want to be in and operating at Grace Foundation. No, I think, if I can explain it this way, the world being black and white, I think in many cases, and especially in regards to Māori Pasifika, I think there's this idea that we get a second chance. But in reality, with a lot of the people that we work with, they haven't even experienced that first chance due to what I call bad pole position. Born into a bad pole position, meaning they've come into a life, no choice of theirs. And for whatever reason, they've been born into either to a gang environment, or an environment not conducive to enable them to grow into positive members of our society. So a bad pole position is someone who is so far back from the start line they can't see it. So what we do at Grace Foundation, we give them an insight into what the start line looks like in life, enabling them to be given that first chance. I think in the work that I do today, one cannot afford to be resentful. One can't afford to hold grudges. There is too much to do, enabling to help people. And you can't work this work. You can't get into this work if you hold grudges or you have resentment. If there's anyone I owe an apology, more than probably my late mum and dad. I say mum and dad because I was made a state ward at the age of 10 years of age, and it was no reflection on the love that they bestowed upon the nine of us that they brought up. But considered the black sheep of the family, I know that I caused a lot of heartache to both my mum and dad. And I was able to rectify that to a point whilst my mum and dad were still alive by first and foremost giving my life to the Lord. They both witnessed that. And just the work I do today, I also had the privilege to take care of my dad for the last 5 years of his life. He was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Had no idea what that was about until I moved in with both mum and dad to take care of dad. And I took care of him right into the bitter end, and I promised my dad that he would not go into a rest home. And that's what we did. Both my wife and I just took good care of a man that I believe deserved payback, if we can call it that. But it was just really a son that had come home to take care of him, a son that caused a lot of heartache for him. I see a hard woman. I see a strong woman. She's part of a generation, I believe, they were just tough. And my lady's made of that. She's from a little place in the King Country, Te Kuiti. And very interesting story, in meeting her. We bumped into each other at the age of 15 years of age. We're both 60 years of age now. So we've had a long relationship. It hasn't been smooth sailing. There was a period there where I went away I served a 10-year prison term for armed robbery and just been naughty. So, just to know that I've got my wife there with me, I wouldn't have any other. She's just a wonderful woman. Yeah. I just want people to remember that although sometimes we might have regrets in our lives, but I reflect back on my life and you know what, there wouldn't be much I would change. because it's maybe those experiences that has led me to do to me doing what I do today. So yeah, I just, if anything, just remember that I just tried to help someone. That's all it's about, helping someone.